The second gate in the seven gates is the gate of affirmations. Affirmations are not just compliments. They're ways of telling somebody, I admire you, and there's something about you that I admire. I admire what you're doing with your life. People think that relationships are spontaneous, or we use the word chemistry. Well, relationships are not spontaneous, and relationships aren't chemistry, because those are kind of natural kinds of processes. Relationships grow by giving. You see, they grow when we give each other. And a relationship is young at this stage, but you want to give something. You want to bring life to it. You want to create an arc of energy, of connecting tissue, of connecting energy between yourself and this person you're dating in an appropriate way. You don't want to be inappropriate. So the best way I know is to affirm. Affirm means that you say, there's something about you that I admire. There's something I've heard about you. I heard that you do nice things for people. I heard that you're interested in a particular area of life. I hear that you are the kind of person who's dedicated to certain values. So affirmations are like a gift. They're like a gift. And I always say affirmations are like they're passing the torch. Because who are we? Think about who you are. Think about the way you feel, the way you see the world, the way you feel about yourself. If you think about it, you'll see that everything you are has come from other people. Everything has come from has come from the gifts that people have given you. They've dedicated themselves to you. They've affirmed you. They've enabled you to feel good about yourself. So what you're doing is when you're affirming someone, you're passing the torch. Somebody affirmed me in my lifetime, and I'm affirming you. When you give someone an affirmation, when you say something that I thought about you, or I hear that you are very involved in helping, kids who are lonely, right? Or what you're doing with your research, or these kinds of things, or what you're doing with your life, the thought you give life. It's like throwing a little jewel in the pond. You see ripples, and they may not happen right away, but you'll begin to see these ripples, and a smile and a gleam of the eye, or maybe you'll come back with a thank you and awareness. And you'll say, when you give an affirmation and you see that ripple, then you know that this person can accept your gift. It's important not only that we give gifts, it's important that we give in a relationship. There's some people we give and we don't expect anything in return. They can't, but in a relationship like this, we want to know that a person can give us back. So we throw that pebble, that jewel in the pond, and we watch the ripples, and we watch ourselves experience those ripples. And that's the arc. We create the ripples in that person, and we say, this person knows how to accept my gifts, and then we, in a sense, are affected by the very ripples that we created. And that's that arc, that arc of energy, that connective tissue. And that's the beginnings, the very first beginnings of a relationship. It's not spontaneous, it didn't happen by itself. We planned it, we did it, we seeded it, It's like planting a seed in the ground. And that's that first gate, the gate of affirmations. And I always tell people, before you go out on a date, do your research. What are this person's interests? What do they do in life? What's important to them? What are their characteristics, their qualities that make them special? You can always find something, and then when you have that, you prepare it, and you kind of wait for the right time, and just at the right moment, give that affirmation, and then observe the ripple. Well, you really know you're on the right track, and this relationship has a focus, and has a texture, and has a quality and a connective tissue to it. And that's why we start with affirmations. And they don't stop at the first date. They don't stop there. They'll go on. Listen, affirmations go on throughout a lifetime. In every relationship, affirmations to affirm someone, to say what you're doing with your life is important. I mean, listen, I'm married 40 years now. It's as important today as it was when we first met to affirm. Everyone needs to know that my life is valuable in your eyes. Everyone needs to know that. because you become valuable in my eyes through that way. And that's the gate of affirmations. And when you learn to use it, you'll find it's a great, great tool, a great skill in a dating relationship, in marriage, in business, in friendships, and anything you do. This is really the key. And it's the very first relational, hope is for yourself. That's to get you going. And affirmations is the first step in connecting yourself with this person.